Welcome, each and every one of you, to the cryptolifer show. Enjoy 10 minutes of beautiful music and fun visuals while you watch the prices and the movement of the Bitcoin market as the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies move. Get ready for cryptolifer to jump on into the charts and jump on into the action. I'll see you there. Can't wait. I like this comment. Bitcoin, Adam and Eve, double bottom 4, exactly the same as 2019 Adam and Eve. Let's hope it skyrockets like last time. Shout out to Black Ops, David. One day at a time, David. One day at a time, my friend. There once was a man, and he was cloaked in an alpaca cloak. Alone in the mountains, he studied the charts, covered in alpaca fur. He stayed warm, finding solace in the animal fur, and he stayed in the charts. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I bet you don't have an alpaca quilt with the Bitcoin B on it, all the way from Peru on your back, but I do. I really do. No, I seriously do. There's the Bitcoin B right there. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in and jumping on it with me. This was on my doorstep when I arrived this morning. I can't believe it. It's absolutely beautiful. Unreal. Absolutely unbelievable. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live, calling yourself crypto lifers, and being here with me. Bit better have my money, right? The king. Machu Picchu. No, you got to look at this thing. This thing is insane. It's really well made, number one. It's huge, number two. I don't know if we can even get the whole thing on camera. But it is gigantic. It is awesome. Look at this thing. I mean, an alpaca, black and white too. It's so nice. Anyway, that was given to me by a lifer. I showed up this morning. It was sitting there. Unreal. Shout out to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for the love, man. Okay. My goodness, it's amazing. I'll find out later on. Let's jump into the chart, shall we? Let's break it down. It's a Sunday night here for Bitcoin as we get ready for you know what. But we're going to get ready for it anyway every single time. Shout out to you and yours for jumping on into the live and being here. I appreciate it so much. You have no idea. Can we get to 150 likes on that like button before I even hit the stage? 111, not too bad. Was going for 150, but not too bad. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. The only single weekly candle close every single week at 8 p.m. I don't know another one that is here every single weekend. Every single weekend. Other ones come and go. We are here every single time, baby. And look, I will not hit the add button. Look, I'm not going to do that to you. Look, see, I could have, but I won't. I have a bunch of things to show you for Bitcoin to break it down. 20,780, and, you know, we will see. I got a 4-hour chart. I got a smaller time chart. I got a daily chart. I got a lot to show you and break it down. Are you ready? Are you ready for Bitcoin? All right. And then, of course, we have ye old. You know what we got to do. You know what it is. I smashed 3 times. I hope you did. I would be tired after that. No one lifer, just you and us. Shout out to Scotty Seiss, man. Just in and hit that like button. When he dons the robe, he can communicate with the alpacas. He becomes the king of the alpacas. Yes, that's true. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. And I don't know what's going on with my cookies. I might have to reset them or something. Anyone ever have a problem when you can't see your old chart for whatever reason? Like you've done something and then it doesn't show you the chart? And you're like, why are you doing that? Why is doing that to me over here? You know, what's the point? What is your points over here? Anyway. Happened to me a little bit over here. So, but here we are, Sunday night. Every single Sunday night we go over Bitcoin. I said every single night we go over Bitcoin. I said every single night. It's the cache of your chart. I have that issue. It's the cache. Are you logged on a couple different computers or on your phone? Yes, all 3. You need to clear old charts. I did too, but maybe on all of them, right? Okay. All right, everybody, get ready. Here we go for Bitcoin. And oh man, that's so whack. So whack. So whack. But here we go for Bitcoin. And the weekly. This is Bitcoin and the weekly. This is Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Hit it, baby. Hit it, Donnie. That's you, baby. That's you. That's you. That's you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. It was a green weekly candle first time. The biggest green candle we've had ever since March of 2022. Ever since March 2022. It's been a long time. March, April, May, June. It's been 4 months since a candle closed as such. I don't even believe that. Wait, hold on. March? No, yeah. Wait, March. Yeah, that was a weekly candle in March, the 21st of March. Anyway, you can see that's a green candle. It's been just complete bloodbath. Look at that. Weeks of pain for Bitcoin. We've still made so many gains. Bitcoin's been dumping. We have made so many gains out of this area. It's been actually pretty fun to trade. I'll tell you what, every single day we've been able to find a gem and a move. If you do it every day, there's action in there. If you don't do it every day, you don't know that because you're not able to pay attention to it enough to know there's action. Just like everything in life. There's 100 hustles out there. You don't know they exist because you don't even know they are out there, right? So how would you know? Shout out to everybody here on the Sunday night getting ready. Long vacation week. Most people had the week off. I hope you got to spend some time with your family. I did. I took the week, went out, saw mom and dad, saw the aunt, saw the kids. Got to play Uncle Sam because my name's Sam. I am an uncle. Got to play Uncle Sam for a while. It was awesome. So look, we opened at $19,294.22. The high was $22,468 on a wick. The low is $19,032. Wouldn't break 19K on the weekly close, on the weekly wick even. And we would close at $20,842 Bang, bang, bang. The next week candle would go up slightly. Wait. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on. Doesn't make any sense. We just bumped to 21,000? Did we really? No. Weekly candle just closed. Something's wrong here. That doesn't make sense to me. Hold on. That didn't look right, right? Is it me? Hold on. Yeah, there you go. That makes more sense. That weekly candle wasn't right. That red one, because I was like, it couldn't have been that high, you know? This makes more sense. Yeah, okay. I don't know what was going on with that other one, the index, right? Anyway, so here's our weekly candle, and there's the information about it. 19,317, the high of 22,005, the low of 19,055, and we would close at 20,860. This is on FTX, US Tether. Huge wick to the downside. I don't like to see that, but we do have a wick to the bottom, and we do have some tweezer bottom action here, attempting to push us to the upside. Also, it was a green wick finally. Some buy action for Bitcoin to the upside. We're going to look at the S&P. We're going to look at the front-running idea of the Dow Jones, down -5 now down 31. When the Dow's red, not a good sign for Bitcoin on the Monday open. Just something to think about for you as you begin your journey into trading. Check the Dow every night. Check the S&P every night. All right? So there's your Bitcoin weekly candle. It was a green one. Had some good information. Let's break down the weekly chart and show you what I'm seeing here. Last time we looked at the weekly look, we did something like this. I guess we were pretty correct with it, right? I zoomed in here too. I was looking at something here on the FTX. No, that was weeks ago. All right, cool. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. So we might as well just spend some time with the weekly chart and talk about it, all right? Looking for that retracement all the way from the pump to the upside here. And yeah, we're coming to that 886. We actually wicked right to the 886. Some say it was lower, higher 10K. I mean, 16,005, that low 17, pretty good enough. I mean, you could see 10,000, but doesn't mean you have to. We got this going here, this bottom trend holding. Not too shabby. We could get a couple more weeks, and we could get a bounce here. Like to see a bit of a double bottom of some type and a breakout to the upside here for Bitcoin. All right, on the weekly. Now, also, if we look at the stochastics RSI, extremely beat to the ground. Every time we're down here, that's a buy, that's a buy, that's a buy. Pump, pump, pump. Can we get the pump on the low weekly? And the RSI is lower than I've ever seen it. MACD is begging for a cross here. You're starting to get the falling volume with falling price, so sellers are falling off. A few more sellers to fall off. Once we shred the sellers, there'll be no sellers left. And once we're out of sellers and we're basically bounced back to the upside, we're likely to pump back up. So again, eventually you run out of sellers, no matter what the asset is. I don't care what the predicament is, what they say is going on, and you will get to the bottom of it. All right. Also, as I talked about today, might as well delete this real quick. Something I got to show you real fast as well. So here, price cycle bottom. Calls the bottom for Bitcoin. Loves to do it. It has been very accurate 2 times in a row here for Bitcoin. Even lower here at these other areas. When they cross and get very close, right there, they got almost touched. It's still called the bottom. The closer they got, that was the lowest price action. Here they were about to touch. So, you could say it didn't call there. It was brand new there in a way. But still, I'm not, anything is open-minded. But look, right here, you're getting the cross. Green line crossing below the red. your bottom happened like right before that, and then you were over. It was done. Actually, and right here, forgive me, right here when the red crossed below the green, right there, that's your bottom. Marked by the, like, basically the moment in time. Same candle marked at the same place. All right? And so I already said this too, and I forgot about it. But, and here again, here's the cross right there. And again, that's your marks your bottom candle right there. Pretty eerie. And we're getting very close to a cross. Like, it almost says yeah, all right, they're getting like, oof. They're trying not to cross now, go flat. Now, they could go flat here and then make a dump. And not cross, right? Would be horrible. Has that ever happened? How long can they ride close? I mean, they usually don't ride much closer till they eventually touch. Showing signs of a possible bottom for Bitcoin. And it's like 10K, 15K, you know? And so then if you want to just be like, just call this a flag, call this your next move down, 10,000. And when they're like August 12th, August 22nd, 10K in a month from now, definitely possible. A couple more weeks to dump, and at that point, I mean, how much lower could you go? You've retraced on the fib, you've been beat to the ground, you've hit the lower retracement, you know. So I'm open-minded for 10K. I would love it actually to be able to buy that many more Bitcoin. So bring it on, market maker. Bring on the pain. Get us to the lows. I can take it. Can you take it? Who wants 10K Bitcoin, baby? Who wants 10K Bitcoin? In the chat, show me if you want 10K Bitcoin. Let me know if you can handle $10,000 Bitcoin. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. I want it. I can handle it. And you say that now. Can you really handle it? No, I can. I want it, baby. I can take it, daddy. Shout out to Lane Hughes. Bro, you're the truth. I learned so much just watching your show since the beginning. Up big now. Thank you. Long, shorts, technical knowledge, markets, etc. You're the man, dude. Shout out to all 100. Write something in the testimonials. You can jump in my testimonials in my Discord completely for free. It won't mess up your hair. Write down what you learned. Write down what you've done. Let us know in the testimonials. I'd love to read it. I'd love to read it. Not ashamed when I was on my journey. Joined after losing more than I wanted and just watched and learned in the Discord for a while. Felt comfortable getting my feet wet again and what I have learned, and I'm taking it slow this time. I know cryptolifer doesn't condone leverage trading, and I know it's not a good idea for experience. But it's exciting, and I truly here for the thrills and the gains, to be honest, I guess. Thank you, and I will continue to be better and manage my risk. Wow. Shout out to Rin Tin. And then I hope it's okay to post a screenshot here, but I felt the need to say this. Needs it to be said and shown. Sam is entertaining on YouTube, which is great. However, since joining the 99 Club, I've been getting daily Bitcoin updates. He is really the hardest working I've ever seen in this space. The guy is on the side of the road, sharing an update with a phone in one hand and a screen share of the chart in the other. I am beyond impressed by the dedication to his community. You can tell he cares so much about the community and his brand. If anyone reading this is hesitant on paying $99, feel free to message me with questions at cryptolifer from the bottom of my heart. Bless you and your family. Thank you for providing quality education and all your hard work. Nick Wolfman 8 Mike Hoynes so you can DM him if you want. I'd be careful, Nick. But yeah, blasting him out there. But seriously, and yeah, we were doing a Bitcoin update right here with my iPad in the car because I didn't have access to my computer at the time, but I had to put on an update, right? I mean, there's no reason you can't get an update up and ready to go. So Nick, thank you so much for that. I really appreciated that. Nicest thing, I woke up, or, you know, yeah, I mean, I was up at 6 a.m., but the nice thing I saw throughout my day, 9 a.m. Oh my gosh, water is just so good sometimes. All the time, really. DXY pushing. And we didn't want it to continue to push. The weekly looks like it's got legs now, which is scary. Berry. However, we're overbought on the daily time frame, but we could ride up here for a bit. However, Bitcoin's also getting overbought. It's quite interesting. So let's draw this pattern out. Let's see if we can. I mean, I was attempting to say no, it can't be in this, but this is our only hope. This is like the bearish hope that we're in this rising wedge and we're going to break to the downside. Let's get rid of this and that. We don't need it. extra measure move if you break out to the upside here. And then this would break you back down to the bottom of the pattern, really. So what we're hoping for is this daily to do a, not be able to break back down and get to this area and bounce 101. I'd love it to get below this big boy resistance here. I cannot believe it broke through the resistance that we were worried about for so long. They plowed right through. So it's not that good for Bitcoin when it plowed through the resistance. So we don't want to see this break to the upside. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. Just like Bitcoin, they're both overbought. It could just be a little ahead of BTC, and it's also in a bit of a flag. That's a bull flag in my humble opinion. Measured move is about 112 probably. Yeah, 110, 170 for the dollar. Watching this closely on the 4-hour, can Bitcoin and the dollar pump together? I've seen it happen. It won't be the first time in my life. A little bit of manipulation needed sprinkled in there, but it can happen. Right now, you're bullish on the 1 hour for the dollar to pump to the upside. So for the next 5 to 6, 7, 8 hours, you're bullish for the dollar index. Not too good for Bitcoin. All right. Let's take a look at the S&P ES1, the E-mini futures here on the S&P. And let's see what we got going on. 1 hour also in this flag, which wasn't too shabby. We went sideways. Let's open her up and see what we got here. Technically still in this, consolidative move here, which ain't bad. Can almost put it in a widening rut. And please don't mind me, I am pretty tired today. I've been traveling since 7 a.m. So you're not going to get the actual lackluster lifer. Tomorrow morning, I'll be coming with the bada boom, bada bang. It is getting late here, winding down as the night ends. Yeah, getting a little dark out there. Measured move would be 39.72, and anything is better than nothing here for the S&P. Let's take a look. And we're climbing one step at a time. Getting oversold on the 1 hour. 15-minute has legs curving down, though. We'd like to see it hold. So we want to see this level hold. Sideways action. And get a pump here when the stochastics pump back to the upside. If they do not, and we don't breach this line, look for a Bart Simpson back to the downside, or possibly a shoulder ahead and a shoulder. So something to look out for. Watch this flag on the S&P. Why? We're not trading the stock market because whatever happens to the S&P, it's going to drag Bitcoin with it. I'm telling you right now, if you see a massive pump up, it's going to front run Bitcoin. You look for a pump for Bitcoin. You see a massive pump down, vice versa. 1 hour's pointing up, 4 hours pointing up. I like what I'm seeing for those ideas. We're getting overbought on the daily, however, and as I said on the screen share, we're at the top of the channel. Likely, if we don't get out of this channel and do something on that 4 hour and break out. So here's your deal. If the 4 hour doesn't break you out, what you really end up needing is a higher high above that. I mean, this is a lower low, a lower high, and it looks like you're about to put in a lower low. Trend really has started right around here. See, when you fell, you made a low, you made a lower high, made a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Every time you put in a lower high, you must assume you're going to put in a lower low unless you double bottom or invert head and shoulder, and that's when the two could change, but that's when you need to break a higher high. And it's simple. You just keep tracking trend until you eventually break that trend and make a new one. Then you look for a higher low and so on and so forth, and that's when you know you've entered a bull market or a bear market. It's trend analysis. So all you have to do is step by step. You're going to find out. At one point, you're going to get a higher candle than the left candle to the high. It'll mark the next cycle on the stochastics RSI, and you'll be ready to rock. Right now, you're about to cycle on the Stokes, and you're not breaking out. It doesn't mean you can't. I've seen a miracle toss. I've seen this double like this, and boom, 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 daily popped out. So that's why you watch the 1 hour and the 4 hour to see what happens, because you never know what could happen. And you must play the probabilities of the shape at hand. And right now, we're consolidating on the 1 hour, and there's a chance we could break out. So you have to be open-minded that anything is possible. I'm leaning more bearish, but I'm open-minded that we could break out. Probabilities are leaning more bearish, and when I see the Stokes high in the daily, it is what it is. So this is the S&P future. Need to see this break out and get to this measured move here at 39.70. If it doesn't, likely we're in the bigger zone of the daily, and we're going to be heading back down to the bottom of the channel. That means Bitcoin's going back down somewhere low too as well. 17K, 15K, heck, 10K. So just be ready, be careful for that. The total market cap of all of cryptocurrency, I know, look, that you can see it was in a cup and handle. It broke out of the cup and handle that we showed you and suggested. Amazing. So we called that on the daily a few days back. It broke out. Okay. But it got rejected by 1, 2, 3 again, right? And bit of a double bottom. Falling to the wayside here to the downside. Can it get saved? Still has a lot of room to come to the downside. However, it's trying to swing here a little flat. So again, it's all about this 4-hour flag that we're making here. It's all about this flag. Get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of this. This really needs to save us. This needs to break out. 68% chance that it will. It's a flag. It's a, you know, it's a wedge. A falling wedge. This falling wedge needs to break back up to the upside. It would be very nice. Has a big measured move with the length of the pole there. And get back above, look, this horrible resistance, which is $957 billion, right? And look, we have a huge resistance here now at 1.1 trill. Like, that's where we need to get above. But we don't even need to deal with that till we get above the second resistance. So, like, just wanted to zoom out for you. But, like, you don't even need to take that seriously till you get above this resistance. That's why when people throw these big numbers at you, we're going here, Bitcoin to 25K, Bitcoin to 17K, Bitcoin to 12K. It's like, okay, we got to break that level. We got to break this level first, my guy. You know, like market cap to 1 trillion. Okay, well, we got to break 964 first, you know. And that, look, we just broke 900 back to 899. And so, you know, you're now breaking psychological areas too, like the hundreds of billions. Like when you break 900 billion, 800 billion, 950, you know, your next line of support is where you're at right now. You can clearly see, because this was a range. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Bounce right there. So if you don't bounce here, you're falling likely to the next hardcore resistance, which is right here at $852 billion. So you want to see this move break out, or you're tripping. And you also don't get this falling wedge as well. So market cap looks a little struggling. 1 hour is pointing to the downside too. It's overbought and showing signs of a markdown. So the entire market cap looking unhealthy, like it wants to get to 842 billion and lose another $50 billion out of the market cap. Yikes. Very oversold in the 15. Let's see if the 15-minute can bounce. But look, shoulder, head, shoulder on the total market cap now on the 15-minute. You see that? That's bearish. That is bearish. And the 1 hour doesn't look good either. Yikes. Can the 50-minute save the day get a move back to the upside? 32% chance it can. All right. I want 7K. Bro, you are the truth. I learned so much just watching your show. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Loose energy. That's new for me. I've heard of the concept, but never the name for it. Is crypto harder to trade than stocks? I don't know. Yep, I always tell people projecting way into the future. I'm like, look left, one step at a time. Exactly. The Bitcoin homothetic circles model is amazing. Wow. Lifer tethered dominance found is on previous resistance on the daily, and looks like we're about to do some nice W pattern to the upside, bringing Bitcoin back down to at least 17.5 again. Honey and lemon water, Benia 420, 5-minute RSI hidden divergence. And it's not that hidden divergence isn't that strong on the 5-minute. It really isn't. I mean, it'll be there, but it might not give you too much. GMT USDT. All right, well, I have more to show you here for Bitcoin. I'm not done yet. So look, let's look. 20,017 is struggling and holding. This is the POC, the point of control here, right here at 20,500. And we've been talking about this area. We've revisited many times. It's funny, we've been flirting with this area now, making a lot of move here. What are your thoughts on Mt. Gox Bitcoin getting released in August? I really don't think it matters, man. I don't care. It's going to come in certain sections like we talked about with Ben. Some people are going to get it. Some people are going to forget. It's going to take months. It's never going to come out all at once. It's all FUD, man. I don't listen to any of that stuff. I don't want to hear it again. Let's move on. Thank you. I'll look at the chart. The charts will show us a bear flag before any of that even happens, and it'll begin to dump, and then that will come out, and then everyone will say that what's happened, and I'll be like, but show me the charts. The chart showed you. And people will say, no, blah, blah, blah. Charts don't matter, and I'll just And I don't really care. I live in my own universe. If I think the charts matter, they do. If you don't, they don't. So whatever you believe will be the truth, and whatever I believe will be the truth too as well. So, hey, mate, good stuff. Keep it up. From Ausland, shout out to Carlos Banuritos. Banuritos, thank you so much. Lifer, you think we bounce at between 20,004? I don't think anything like that. I don't use the word think. I see what the charts convey, and I go for it. Okay, so glad you're back home safe and had a good time with your family, brother. Much respect. I had an amazing week as well. Now back to work. David, I'm so sorry what happened, though, how you had to run for your life. I hope you're all right. I hope, everything's all right with you, man. I'm just so happy and blessed that you have everything and your family's okay, and we're all together and whole, man. Davies Hole, baby. Davies Hole. All right, so look at this. That didn't sound right, but I meant WHOL. That's like it's a motorcycle saying when, you come out of a battle and no one's dead, you're all whole, man. So check it out. The point of control here. When you get through this point of control, we need a bounce off the POC. When you lose a POC, let me tell you, when you lose a POC, it's likely you fall all the way down to the lower range. And look, this is your next node that sticks out. That's your, area value low, all right? That's your area value low right there. Value area low or area value low. Can you explain why my profit changed when the subconscious uses your RAS filter to out your presumptions to be true no matter what you believe you hold? So it's best to have positive belief structures. Yes, I'm good, man. Put it behind me. Back to the grind, brother. You're the man, dude. Super chats. USTC, AVAX, and GMT. Thank you for the super chats. Respect to the super chats, everybody. Thank you so much. In a bear market, they're even more loved. Appreciate each and every one of you for the $10 in super chats. 238 likes to the 379 watchers. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. We had like 600 people on this weekly live stream 2 weeks ago. Let's get it running, baby. The only weekly screen share every single week for Bitcoin. Come on now. So we're watching this POC for Bitcoin. We break 20,500. It's likely we come to the lower range. And then it also changes this whole, we made a higher low thing, and it changes the trend. So right now you have a low, you have a high, you have a higher low, you have a higher high. You need to put in a higher low. If you put in a higher low, then you're looking for a higher high above this next area, which is your your value area high on the node here. See that? And then again, you have to deal with the 21,171 area, which is the second node here on the POC. But right now, you're at a point of control. You're oversold on the 4 hour. However, you're pointing down on the 4 hour. You need the 15 minute to flip you, which it looks like it may. Do you have bullish divergence here on the 15? You do. Swing down to swing down. Swing up to swing up on the RSI. That's not hidden, my friend. That's just regular bullish divergence. However, I am attracted and looking, not attracted, but I am, it's funny. I guess I am attracted to it because I'm looking at it. So, you know what I mean? I'm attracted to it. Attracted meaning like it's catching my eye. I'm attracted to this shoulder, head, and shoulder that could break to the downside. That needs to be negated by the bullish divergence here that we're seeing in the low stochastic. 7 minute is also low. Likely we won't get the move and we will get a push back to the upside. But anything is possible watching this closely. So the 15 and the 7 are again going to give us our notion of what's happening. All right. Hopefully this can break to the upside. 15 minute can flip the 1 hour, and then the 4 hour can do damage and we can break out of this. Measured move, the smaller version is to 23,000, and that would break that high volume node area and get above that big resistance. That would be awesome. So there's some bullish signs for Bitcoin right there. That's basically how Bitcoin can push its way out, draw its way out, walk its way out of here. Also, this is the cup and handle. And you know how we do. Sammy, cup and hattie to the upside. And it is a bit of a cup and handle. Last time I saw the guy do that, he ate an ice cream while he did a slam dunk. No, Sammy, cup and hattie to the upside. You know, Marv, since 1993, the first person to ever do something like that was Manny Ramirez. He jumped into the stage, slapped a fan's hand, jumped back, made the double play, came back into the stands, and then ate a Haagen-Dazs bar. I couldn't believe it. It was the funniest thing I ever seen. Coach wasn't happy, but he made the double play. What are we going to say? He did what he was supposed to do. They weren't happy. Management was upset. Everybody was pissed. They wanted to kick him out, but at the same time, they had him winning the game. He made a double play in the 8th inning. I mean, what are you going to say to the guy? What are you going to say? You know? Are you doing Marv Albert? LOL. Sammy coming headed to the upside. Marv Albert here. You know, I love the cryptolifer. He's the greatest. Every time he came onto the show, you know, we just like, the fans go crazy. We absolutely love having him on. So we're going to have him back next week. Cryptolifer, thank you so much, man. We love you. We love you. Look at this, guys. This could be a rising wedge, too, as I keep showing. I'm just open-minded to everything here. This cup and handle could break out, create a rising wedge, 4 hour. So what the 4 hour does a move, it doesn't mean anything. The daily can let it do its move. It's like, okay, you can do your little move. But if you don't break this previous high, and you're just going to make an M on the 4 hour, and then that's down. So we'll be watching that too. So again, it's the 15-minute to make sure it doesn't lose this move here and break down from the head and shoulder pattern to the upside. Then it's the 1 hour to get flipped by the 15 when the 15-minute decides to double bottom here and not dump. And then the 4 hour takes over and we pump out of the cup and handle to the next, you know, high value area, which is 22,005, and it's also a resistance zone. We either break through and do something miraculous, or we make an M and the daily kicks in and begins to dump on you. Okay? And that's my whole analysis to a nutshell. So you're watching the 15 to see what it does. At one point, if it changes, we're going to go back to a bull flag, and then the opposition of that changes. It's just like chess to me. I make 10 different roads, right? And I know each road, and as each one changes, I stick to the other road. All right? It's very similar to chess when it comes to trading for me. All right? Last but not least is this little flag that we're stuck in and still in. And again, this is the shoulder, head, and the shoulder. It's there. As much as you don't want to say it's there, it is there. And the measured move would take you down to 20,139, 20,140. So there's a 68% chance that's happening based on the shape alone. Okay? Can you hold this zone? And basically remember the POC at 20,500, which is strong, and it's held many times before. Can it hold again? All right. So I watch the smaller time frames because they give you the special sauce. Now here's the daily. Daily wants to dump on you, as I'm showing you. So, and this is why I like to just look, this is your daily. And your daily is about to make an M pattern. Look at it. Measured move of that M would be 15,000, 16,000 somewhere or so. And if you go all the way, I took the length of this pole and brought it here like so. See that? Let me get that number out of there. And that gives you about a $10,000 Bitcoin. 8,600. So you got to be open-minded that this could easily just dump on you to the downside. Easily. Okay? If you're not ready for that, then you got to get out of the kitchen. And this isn't the game for you. Okay? If you're not ready to handle that, then you got to get out of the kitchen. All right? So us lifers here, we're ready for up and down. We take it from the small time frames, but we look at the big ones and we can see what's coming. And it's likely we're going to dump. I mean, every time we made a flag this long and we couldn't break the previous high and the Stokes got here, it's likely you make a dump. So don't be surprised, sunshine, if your bubble gets burst and you see 10,000, 8,000, heck, $5,000, $6,000 Bitcoin. If you can't handle that, you need to get out of the kitchen. I'm being honest. And I'm sorry if someone thinks I'm like a maxi bear right now, because I'm not. I'm long-term bullish on Bitcoin. I own Bitcoin. I wear a Bitcoin hat and a Bitcoin hoodie today walking around. I don't mind. I absolutely love repping BTC. But I'm a realist and I'm ready for anything, because I'd rather be ready for it and have it not happen and be pleasantly surprised than not think it can happen and think it's all dandy and good and then watch it go to 10K and be like in total shock, like, oh my God, and have everyone in my trading group like, oh God, like we never thought 10K could happen. I want everyone to realize you got to be mentally tougher than the masses. The masses just can't handle these thoughts. They don't want to have these thoughts. We have to have them every single day, constantly. We must be ready Mental toughness is how you get. Doc Rivers, man, that's how he coached the Celtics to the best. Mental toughness. Mental toughness. The charts will make you mentally tough if you put in enough work. The only thing I wouldn't be able to handle is not having the loot to buy that 5K Bitcoin. The kitchen could get real hot. Was just watching your stream from last night and realized I was missing you live now. Shout out to the Chief of Crypto. What does Around the Blockchain say about your $7,000 prediction now? Doc Rivers, mental toughness. Yep, every time. Sammy for president. Get out the kitchen, yo. Get out the kitchen, yo. Shout out to Finbook, man. I love you. Some could argue that 14K is the Bitcoin bottom. Sammy, I have no words, man, left for you. Since I have joined the Discord, it's been incredible for me. Started with 1K, now in profit around 4K in around 20 odd days. Thanks. Love you, bro. Yo, put that in the testimonials, man. He's up $3,000 in 20 days. He's loving life. He's in a positive group with positive people. He was watching the live. His $99 turned into $3,000. He will forever be super excited and happy. Don't lose it all. Don't give it back. Please be disciplined. Be disciplined, right? Heck, 1K is in the cards. Been listening to Crypto Savvy. Dude thinks we are 10 years to the next top, like Amazon. Got a guy. I mean, that guy's out of his mind. I mean, that guy missed entire run-ups though. Like he missed. Like he's a little off. I think he's a little. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Let's leave it at that. I'm working on bettering myself. You know what I'm saying? By not saying anything at all. God bless that dude. But he did one fact. We do have to speak the facts. He missed the entire run up from 30K to 69,000. He tried to short that entire thing. He was then right finally at 69,000 when there was bearish divergence. He couldn't see obvious bullish divergence. I watched his channel one day where he was shorting and I was calling a long. The next day we banged and the long was based off like a falling wedge and bullish divergence. And he was like, I'm going to short the thick 1/8 here. And I was like, my dude, like that's obvious divergence, my guy. And I was like in the comment section and he was like, you know, that's the 618. And I was just like, are you serious, my man? Like, so I don't, but again, you know, I like what you're saying. Challenge yourself with people that have different beliefs than you and get yourself ready and make sure anything is possible. Okay. All right. Check it out this week. Gina Bombina is co-hosting while Armando is on vacation this week only. Join them on the OR system Wednesday at 8 p.m. That's pretty cool, man. On the Warrior Hour, check out Gina doing her thing. Look at, he's tied up. This is funny, man. Gina always, look at that's almost a Bitcoin B there. I don't know if you meant that. That's pretty cool. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for coming on in. Shout out to Gina, one of my moderators here every single day and always on the channel. Awesome. Okay. Wow, Gina, just smoking. You're funny. You guys are funny, man. Okay, moving forward. I just wanted to see something real quick on my radar here. Okay. Sup, Brody? Shout out to True Blue Laramie. True Blue Laramie, thank you for jumping on in, man. I don't know how we see these names, but we get them. We get them. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 302 likes, 364 people on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. YouTube is not receiving enough data to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. I disagree. I don't know why it's doing that. Has anyone experienced buffering? I say hogwash. Always going through something here on the tube, man. Very nice. I like. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, my sister. No, so look. So, again, I mean, I think we've covered Bitcoin until I'm blue in the face. Basically, if you don't get this next 15-minute candle to break out of this flag, it's likely to dump on you. It's that simple. Got to make a higher high in the 15 to remain bullish. Roll that 1 hour over and not dump it. you know, but this is looking like a dump on the 1 hour too. So I'd be very careful. I'm watching the 15 in tandem with the 7. We do see some strong bullish divergence, which says we should bounce. All right. See if the 4 hour has a bigger bullish divergence too. We kind of have a hit in here. You got to swing up, but it swings down. That's hidden bullish right there, which tells you that the trend will continue to the upside. So, and again, we're just making this rising wedge. Remember, if we do break up, don't get too excited. We could still end up making an M. So, like, we've shown you everything possible. I feel like I've covered every single thing possible for Bitcoin that you could possibly think of tonight in a nutshell. Let's jump into the super chats. USTC, and if Bitcoin goes sideways tonight, it would be the best thing ever. Seems to be kind of quiet at 20,800, but anything is possible. Shh, don't wake up the beast. I mean, look at the tightness here. If you don't think that's tight, I don't know what to tell you. That's tighter than the tightest of the tightest. Like, look at that. I mean, I'm personally in this trade. I want to make it clear just so people know, like, I am in this trade. I think it's a highly likely pump, but anything is possible. 4 hours trying to flip on you. 1 hour's coming back down, but it's tight. The daily's resetting. All right. 22 hour is in a beautiful spot. Wanting to make a move to the upside. Holding a higher low too from this low. Getting very, very tight. Now it could dump. Anything is happening. Anything is possible. Bitcoin could dump and take this right down. It also has a POC that it's riding, a point of control right there, which is on right now. It gets above that, which is coincidentally combined with the 0.5 Fibonacci right there. You think that's a coincidence? Not at all. Moving average going to get really tight and close here on the 4 hour. Moving average is the tightest I've ever seen on the 1 hour. And so I like what I'm seeing here. Now the 1 hour is not perfect. I'd like it to come on back down, right? But the 15-minute is in your favor. This is just like, I mean, look at the consolidation here. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Big move is coming, either up or down. Put a stop loss, take a shot. Anything is possible. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. You got to do whatever makes you happy. I am in. I put a stop loss and took a shot. I can't tell you what to do. I would never do that. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do here should be taken as financial advice. But even just the type of person I am, I wouldn't tell you what to do. It's none of my business what you do with your money. It really isn't. I don't, you know, I'm here to show you technical analysis and learn together. I want to learn just like we were learning chemistry, we were learning math, you know, it doesn't have to be about money. We're talking about the science, about the data, and I'm fascinated by the data. I was waiting for a good time to say that with Michael Scott in our presence. USDC getting tight, so tight like a toiga. Guinness World Records on Twitter. The fastest time to peel and eat a lemon is 8.25 seconds, achieved by Ashtema Firma in 2010. Twitter, May 3rd. The fastest time to peel and eat a lemon? How is that even possible? I don't even believe that. Thank you for all you do, my man. I was waiting for a good time to say, I don't know what he said, but I hope he said it at the right time. When nobody buys Bitcoin at 20K expecting a bigger dip, that's when we'll shoot up to 30K, and then they FOMO in. That's why honestly, we may never go to 10K. Sometimes I think, you know what? That would be just too good to be true. The price would be too low for us plebes. They would never give it to us. Let's take a look at AVAX and see what they can give it to us. AVAX. On this Sunday night, shout out to everybody here on a Sunday night, 8:55 on a holiday Sunday night. A lot of people are traveling today on the road. I can assume why we have a low viewership. Traveling, holiday, summer. Kids are going places. People are doing things, having fun with their lives. I hope so. Unlike me, I'm here every day. I had fun. I traveled today. I was driving. I was with my family. So, I mean, here's your trend line for AVAX. Someone asked about it. Looks similar to BTC. I mean, could this level hold? Chances that it can. Again, it's all eyes on Bitcoin, though. And you got a rounded top here at the top of the channel. Kind of broke the wedge, just like Bitcoin did. And now you have this. I mean, can assume you break to the down. I mean, I don't like where that 1 hour is sitting for AVAX at all. 4 hours oversold, I'm sure, just like everything else, but it's beat to the ground. I've seen even go lower. It's pinned. But that means it's attempting this higher low. It is. And so that's why you go to the 15 and you flag out exactly like we're flagging. And this is why it's doing what Bitcoin's doing. It's got the head and shoulder. It's the same thing. And you watch, are you going to break this flag to the downside or are you not? Like, and AVAX is in the same boat as Bitcoin. Bitcoin pumps and pumps. AVAX does it. You can see it's the same chart. All right. GMT will have some of the same stuff in it. Might even look exactly the same. It does. It's got the head and shoulder. Are you getting it now? Do you get how Bitcoin runs the show? However, GMT to me kind of broke down already, like out of the head and shoulder. You see that? It's attempting a bit of a double bottom here on the 15. Measured move would take you back to resistance at about 94, but you broke the dollar support. Likely you're coming back to the downside here for GMT. All right. But again, all eyes on Bitcoin. That's why I don't trade Sunday night into Monday morning. Are you getting it now? Do you get it? It's too much still. And don't worry about the gains that you miss or lose. Like, it doesn't matter. It's about maintaining and hitting trades when the highest probability makes sense. Tonight is not the highest probability to hit a trade. It's the highest probability to lose a trade. I like what I'm seeing here. I'll give you this. So what I would do is I'd put an alert on the 1 hour on the low. I'd also, what I like to do is you could draw a box. I set this right here and I set an alert like right around here, right on this level. When this hits, I want to see some action here for GMT. Bounce back to the upside. I want to see the 1 hour reset. Then I'll have the oversold 1 hour, oversold 4 hour, and 15 minute, and we can take this to the moon. However, look at the daily. You have to remember you're fighting a daily that did not break its previous high, is in a bearish flag, and has a measured move to the downside, just like Bitcoin. And that's Bitcoin making a double bottom at 17K. And GMT will also make a double bottom, and then we can trade it again for gains. It's been fun the last few weeks trading GMT. It has. That was a beautiful pump. That was a beautiful pump. And this whole area has been fun. But heed me, we took our gains and, that daily. Now, you could flip up. I'm not saying you can't. And that is a shoulder, a bit of a head and a shoulder there, if you can see that. And I'm open-minded to everything. Okay? And that's why I watched the 15. Because there is a chance that the 15-minute breaks out of this falling wedge and changes everything we just went over. And we have to start, and that's why you watch smaller time frames, but you build your story into the bigger time frames. Once the smaller time frame leads into the place you're thinking, you're ready to go. Like if we decide to dump here, bearish retest on the 5-minute chart, dump to the downside, and then there you have it. If you go sideways and you get tighter, you play maybe a bounce back to the upside and maybe a bullish retest on the 5 or the 7-minute. But either way, you're already knowing that the daily is not in your favor. And that's the biggest time frame that you need to look at. MACD turning on you, RSI a little high, and the stochastics showing you bearish divvy too. So measured move would take you back to the bottom here. So you're watching smaller time frames, but you got to keep the bigger time frame in the back of your head. This is what's hard. This is the work of a trader. All right, it's not as easy as people think. Doing what I just said is not easy. Going to the daily, assessing it properly. Going to the 15-minute, assessing it properly. Going to the 1 hour, 4 hour. Being able to keep all time frames in your head and understand where they are and where they sit. That took years for me to understand. As I'm doing it in front of you, this looks easy peasy, completely. I'm sure someone's watching this right now and you're like, whoa, can you slow down a second? And don't worry, you will get it over time. You will get it. Can you look at Polygon MATIC? I have 30. No. You got to send in a freaking Steven Sansbury. Do you see a cup and handle on the hourly? I hope it is. Limited offer, beginner's course, 3 months of trading, $350 paid with crypto only. Email cryptolifers. Yeah, we have a beginner's course every Tuesday from 3 to 5, everybody. Every Tuesday from 3 to 5. I'm telling you right now, it's the best investment you can make, whether you want to trade stocks in the next if you want to just trade in the next 3 to 4 years. Doesn't matter about the bull run, doesn't matter about anything. I've been trading for 15 years. Great time to just jump into a class, get yourself educated, get yourself started with technical analysis. What I teach, you can trade any market in the world: Forex, Tesla, the Dow Jones, the S&P, and cryptocurrency, you name it. You'll be able to trade anything, and I'm not lying to you. Anything. The way I trade, it matches up to every other indicator in the world, and you'll be able to trade the same way. So, what do you think about Shiba and ADA? I think they're okay. I own them both for long term, but I don't know if they're the greatest play right now. Send in a super chat for TA and deep dives from East Jordan. I'm going to send an email soon, Tree Invest. La Beast did a 10 lemon video in 5 minutes. The guy with the record has won a bunch. There's a video of Ostia Furman on YouTube. Just learn this. Cup and handle on SRM, Werewolf. Let's take a look at SRM, USDT, Serum, which tends to follow Solana. All right. Cup and handle on Serum. The daily's getting overbought, and it's attempting to put in a higher high, but again, it's not. It's at resistance. See that? Right at resistance. You could say it broke out of this, though. And here's his cup and handle on the 4 hour. 4 hours bullish on a lot of time frames, I'll tell you, and on a lot of coins. Nice call. That's a flag there. 1 hour. Come on down. So look, you put an alert for the 1 hour to come on down. You're looking for the 1 hour to bounce off the bottom trend. That's the perfect place to get in. Look for the 50-minute to do the same thing. Ooh, 50-minute is in that lower area. Go a little lower, bounce down, or come out and bounce. Either way. Interesting. Serum could make some gains tonight from what I'm looking at by the 1 hour and the 4 hour. What is XPR? Yes or no? Shout out to Jenna X. Thank you, Jenna, for jumping on into the live for the $4.99. I saw your tweet, jumped on into the tweet. We talked on Twitter. Everybody follow Jenna. She just jumped on into the chat. So awesome to have you, Jenna. I had a good time on the show with you. It was a blast. But check out Jenna at Jenna here. Wait. Now I'm going to wait. Don't let me slip up here. Hold on. Let me go back to my notifications. I'll find it. Yeah, right here. Here we go. XRP Jenna. Okay. And she's got a YouTube channel. Check her out. All right. Give her a subscription. Give her a like. Say what up. Jenna right here. She makes awesome little shorts. She's a really great person. I loved having her. She was herself. She did a great job. She loves crypto. And she's, putting her best foot forward for the space. Mars started shilling me new projects. I'm so proud, but I have no idea what she's talking about. That's funny, man. She has me foaming into XPR. Well, let's talk about XPR. XPR is interesting, and it's like a payment network. We'll talk about it. We'll deep dive it with you. We've been trading it on and off. I haven't done super heavy research into it, but I've been trading it for a year on and off. XPR. All right. And we'll just keep tracking this Bitcoin idea here that we could be breaking back to the upside on the 15-minute just because we're oversold. Can this wedgie, see this wedgie cup and handle break out? I just saw it here now. So XPR, let's deep dive it for a split second. Show you exactly kind of what it is. I'll show you the chart on it. Probably not too good. It's low. Small cap gem on KuCoin from the, when I first heard about it. If I remember correctly, it is some type of do with payment though. And it might actually be brought in with XRP in a way. Proton. XPR Proton. All right. Launched in San Francisco, Proton is a new public blockchain and smart contract platform designed for both consumer applications and peer-to-peer payments. Proton aims to be and provide a secure, verified identity account, which is integrated with a financial settlements layer that allows users to directly link their identity with fiat accounts, pull funds and buy crypto, and use that crypto seamlessly in-app, all without sending any of the user's private, sensitive information. Proton removes the concept of sharing private keys directly with merchants by creating a permissionless layer that exists on top of traditional card networks and banks. I mean, it's basically wants to bring in crypto into a financial faucet and get it going. Pretty cool idea. You can get it at OKX, KuCoin, Bitrue, Gate.io, and HitBTC. I've been trading it for a while. Very small market cap, $30 million, $38 million market cap. Circulating supply. Wow, only 13.2 billion. It's pretty small considering. Not too shabby. Let's look at their marketing. I like to look at the website. What does it look like? Build on Proton, the payment blockchain. They have a video immediately. They want to show you what they're up to, what they're doing. Interesting.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Y Whales. Today is a session number 3 of YWeb3. I'm here with Jessica, my co-host, and we're just going to go ahead and dive right into one of the most amazing groups that I believe we could possibly put together. And we're going to be talking about blockchain tech and really trying to dispel a few of the myths that we see around on the interwebs at any given.
I mean, it looks like if a team you can dox, they're going to talk about it there. 4,000 transactions per second. User never pays the gas. In-wallet payment requests built for stablecoins, verified identity, and universal at names. That's going to be pretty awesome. Proton. If they achieve what they want to do with a web SDK, Swift SDK, it was really, really awesome. Demos and apps. Proton demos and apps. Pretty awesome. Proton swap, Proton loan, Proton market. Interesting. Looks pretty good to me, Jenna. I think you might be onto something. XPR, not to be confused with XRP, which happens all the time. There's also XPRT, which is hilarious. One day I traded them all on the same day. It was the funniest thing I ever seen. Not to confuse anybody, right? And so we'll show you XPR Proton here. Might as well jump into the chart for a second and take a look at it. So look, in the last few days, it's had a bit of a run up. Like most of these alts, we've been kind of trading 15%. It's in a giant double bottom though, which is quite interesting. Measured move for that double bottom would be the length of the middle to the neckline here. That would project some gains. Back up to this middle area, a middle notch right there. We had a little bit of resistance and a bounce there. Your next real big resistance is 004, which would be a double up from where we're at. Interesting. However, the daily's probably high like everything else, and you didn't make a higher high. Well, it's getting there, but yeah, and you didn't make the previous high, so it's likely you make a lower low now for the daily chart. The one hope is, again, the 4 hour. This is like everything in the market, watching Bitcoin, you know. And so you're watching this little flag here on the 4 hour. And you're hoping that this Sammy Cup and Hattie to the upside on XPR can break to the upside. Yeah, that's what you're looking for there. Shout out to the beautiful people at BOOKMAP. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP is how you map out what Bitcoin's doing. And you can also see the liquidations. Look, they just went after a bunch of longs, 63,000, 1,361, 16,000. They got them. A bunch of people are longed a little too early. There's the divergence, swing down to swing down. 16K, 63K, more longs. You want to see another liquidation with less longs, 20,770. Keep revisiting that area over and over again, the 77 for Bitcoin. And let's kind of zoom in here on the market and see what we see with the chunkiness. Do we see more liquidity lower or higher, depending? We see more liquidity down here at about 20,400, saying we may get sucked down into the bigger zone. That's usually what happens. You do see this big guy trying to get out with 754 Bitcoin at 22,000 or 22K, 21,800. He's at about 22K right there, sitting high. So you're trying to scoop on the low and sell on the high. Something that I'm looking at. Big global liquidity down here, likely to get sucked on in. We did get the liquidations, though, which did bounce us back up. Interesting enough. So that could have been the grab right there on our way back to the upside. If we do go up, we got a sell wall here at 21,100, which hits the POC. They just like, and that's everyone and their mothers on that point of control. Everyone is bouncing between that 20,005 point of control and the 21. You can see the point of control right here. It's the same idea. It's the POC. It's the point of control, right? And you can see a POC for XPR if you'd like by dragging this from here to here. And you're going to see, look, you got a big one right here. You break through that, you're likely to go to the high volume area up into the zone. Look for the 4 hour to break out for this, but the 1 hour needs to cool down. Actually, 1 hour looks good. 50-minute looks good. This actually looks like a trade tonight, everybody. Interesting. 1 hour looks bullish. Thanks, Jenna. I think you just gave me a trade. Again, everyone would have to assess this with your own trading style. I like that music, too. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. 13% gains, possibly. And thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. You know, my dad sold his motorcycle yesterday. It was, you know, it was 2 days ago. I came home, and he had his motorcycle started, and he was about to go on a ride, just take it on a little ride, make sure it was running, double check everything, you know. And I forgot an umbrella. My wife forgot an umbrella. We had to come back. We were at the beach and we had to go back. We got there to park. We were like, oh, we're gonna get burned if we don't get home. We were only 10 minutes from home. We drove back home, right? As I get home, my dad's has his motorcycle on, and I'm like, oh, like my dad's 75. You know, he still rides his motorcycle, but his back is really bad. He takes like a ride a month or something every couple of weeks. His health is declining really fast. Like just like 2 years ago, he had he would walk a little slow. But he drove his motorcycle and he got around. Now he has a hard time walking from 20, 30 feet. Like he's in a lot of pain. He spends most of his days just lying and reading a book, or he walks outside, but he can't move a lot. He can't exercise. He can't lose the weight. He has to watch what he eats, and his legs started swelling up. We're not sure what's happening. Anyway, it's tough to watch your parents get old. I'll tell you that right now, you know. And so anyway, he tells me, hey, tomorrow morning, the motorcycle, I get home and he goes, can you believe it? The motorcycle couldn't start. I said, are you kidding me? He's like, I know. He's like, I'm so sick of everything in life, man. Can you believe this? I just put a new battery in there. It's all tight. What's going on with this thing, you know? And I'm like, man, really, Dad? And he's like, tomorrow morning, can you look at it? And I had a motorcycle. I worked at a motorcycle shop. I'm not a genius, but, you know. And so I said, yeah, I got you tomorrow morning. So the next day I get up early. I did my Bitcoin update for everybody. I did everything. And I ran down and I undid his seat. You know, one of the bolts would not undo. It was stripped, you know. We had to work on it, get the WD-40. Took a while. I got it out nice. And then I worked on a plate. And then if you ever get a battery out of a Harley Davidson, it's this tiny little bolt way up in the back, which is a harder, you know, encasement that locks it in. And I'm in there with this little 10. And I get it off. I love my dad, man. We get it off, whatever. And then he's like, yeah, you know, and I said, take it to the store while I do my live. When I get off from my live, we'll see what's happening. He's like, all right. He gets back. He said, the battery's fine. He said, I called the guy. He's going to come check it out. And I'm like, all right. I go to the beach. I come back, and he's selling the motorcycle. And he planned on it anyway. This guy said he's going to put it in the shop. If anyone takes it, they'll split the money. No one may ever buy it. You know, he might end up back in his house. You never know. But the guy said he's going to look it over, see if it runs, get it running, and then put it for sale for him. And guy was a nice guy, you know, and my dad wasn't taking get advantage of. But then later on, I saw my dad by himself looking off into the woods and just kind of he was alone and everyone else was talking, and I kind of went out in the woods and I looked at him from far away and I saw him just, and when a man gives away his motorcycle and it hit me, he got the motorcycle when I was 13. I'm just realizing things are changing. My parents are getting older, and I'm just letting it out on the stream tonight. It's crazy, you know. Anyway, let's get back into the super chats. You guys don't want to hear my craziness, but you know, it's life, and we're gonna trade through life. We're gonna trade through the ups and downs, no matter what. Quick dive on GTO, Spicy TA, sir, Billy Bob, GTO. Isn't that Gifto? Yeah, on Binance. I mean, it's got a cup and handle, semi-cup and handy for sure. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. Whenever I look at anything, you want to look at the bigger time frames. You can see all my old work from months ago there. Okay. So this thing does pumps. You can see it does some pumps. Usually gives most of it back. It's a bit of a degenerator coin, right? It's in this falling wedge, wants to break back to the upside, and it's kind of double bottoming at a low, right? If I draw a fib, it's all the way back at an 886, you know. So we'll zoom in now. Now we can kind of assess. We can see this is our range, low range, high range. We're in the middle. Possible shoulder, head and a shoulder there. Hard to see. This is your next high volume area. You got a bit of an ascending triangle here. Okay. Now, the daily is pointing to the downside. That's not a great sign. And that's just like Bitcoin that wants to dump down and possibly make a double bottom here. So you got to think about that. But you do have the same cup and handle that everything else is in. So again, it's the same story. Can the 4 hour do something unreal? And do you have a head and shoulder on the 15 minute? You kind of do there. That's that Bitcoin inside, you know. Possible inverted there. Again, though, it's that Sunday night into Monday. I just I don't like trading Sunday night into Monday. If I can avoid it, I do. because it's the most volatile night. 15-minute wants to break up. It's holding this tight wedge in here. 1 hour is overbought and says you're going to probably come back down somewhat here. So like, I wouldn't even think of touching this till it came down into here. Then there's a chance that this wedge breaks out on the 4 hour. All right. But you have to heed the daily as well. So. FS, you already know about it. I have a farm of animals to feed for years. Can't wait for cryptocurrency to pass the all-time highs again, folks. You're funny, man. They are gone way too quickly. Thank you for being real, everyday lifer. Thank you for sharing with us anytime. Sounds like an old man needs to visit a good physical therapy practice. He really does, man. But they never will, man. Sounds like the old... I mean... SuperChat's MATIC. Good day. He has a good day from Tristan. Oh, I love you, man. Shout out to Tristan, man. He's been with me since day one. One of my first students ever, man. Shout out to Tristan. Hey, Lifer, spend as much time as you can with your dad, then spend more. He doesn't talk a lot. We kind of just stare at each other now. It's funny, man. I'm on vacation with my parents this week, and I noticed similar things too, my friend. I can relate to you. Shout out to Abdominal Rain Man Spaghetti Ragnetti. Love you, man. Yeah, my mom just recently got hacked. Like, you know, she answered one of those phone calls and they got her Bitcoin. They took about like $7,000 from my mom. Like, it was, and she had never been hacked. Like, nothing like that ever happened to her in her life. They acted like they were Comcast and said that her firewall had been hacked and they needed to get in her computer, make sure nothing else had been taken. And the guy said they usually use cryptocurrency. Do you have a crypto account? Let's make sure we look into that. Got her to download something on her phone and her computer called AnyDesk. Next thing you know, he's in everything, double checking for her that she didn't get hacked while he's hacking her. I felt so horrible. She's been devastated. It took a month of her life. She's had to call every single credit card company. And I mean, it was very stressful for her. Like, her month should have been spending just hanging out, getting ready, talking to me on the phone. We should have had fun, you know? Instead, I'm sitting at home and I get a call from my mom and she's like, listen, like, I think I got hacked, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, really, Mom? I'm over it now. It's been about a month now. Like, we're over it. Time has gone by so fast. But, man, the saddest thing is I got her to buy Bitcoin when it was $8,800 for about $2,500. And at one point, it was like $17,000, you know. And it just, and they got all of it. They got every penny, every last piece of Bitcoin she had. And, yeah. It's devastating. Yeah, sad. Very sad. How that music makes it sad too at the end. It kind of like really just... So look, we got an M here on the 7 trying to dump on us. I'm getting bearish tones, everybody. I really am. There's just not a lot of strength here. You're not getting above resistance. You just can't seem to get above this resistance now. 20,800 is heavy resistance. On a Sunday night. Wait for it. 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 Wait for it, baby. Wait for it. Yo, 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 yo. I used to dance in those clubs, man. I used to love it. It's just never loud enough. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Thank you for being here with the Crypto Lifer on a Sunday night for Bitcoin of the Weekly Candle Close. We get frisky on the night streams. That's how it is every single time we rock the mic, baby. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. You can, you will, you are motivated to do anything you want with your life. I'm telling you right now, I used to sit at work and dream about being on YouTube. I used to dream about having a channel. I used to dream about having people having fun, having a blast. I used to dream about making money, finance, cryptocurrency, you name it. And here we are, years later, in my dreams. You could do it too. Live in your dreams. Make it happen, Captain. Get her done, baby. Get her done. And look, there's the 7 dump as we talked about it. Said he didn't like it. Bearish tones. And there's the dump. Boom. Shakalaka. To the downside. It's okay. We could hold this trend line, but there it is. Look, that was a descending triangle right there, too. Shoulder, head, shoulder, dump. Head and shoulder was coming for us. And that's the point of control, 20,500. We can't break that POC. Remember that. That's our resistance point. Usually a good time to long into the resistance. 7-minute has more dump, though. 50-minute says no way. But again, look, we saw this. The shoulder, the head, and the shoulder. You flip it upside down, it was an inverted head and shoulder for sure. Just did exactly what it was supposed to do. You can't say that you weren't warned of that we didn't go over it, that we didn't see it. We talked about this. And there it goes. S&P. Look at ES1. ES1 dumping. Doesn't have much more room to dump, though. Looks like we may get a reversal for ES1. But you can see it dumping right now, too. See that? And then you look at the Dow futures, probably down 100 points now. 74, see? It's all in tandem, baby. You've got to understand what's happening in the world markets. You still got some bullish divergence here. See, swing down to swing down. POC can't break. POC breaks, you're going down to 20,000 quick. 19.5, fast. That was my mom's scammer, not my wife. Oh, the wife scammer, someone else. Yeah. I'm in my car going 100 in the free right now with the music blasting. You're so silly, man. And there's the dump easy for Bitcoin. Bitcoin takes the dump. 20K battle. Can we keep 20K tonight? And that's the question. That's why you saw it on my live, because that's the whole scenario. Can we hold 20K? The battle continues for 20,000. Still okay right here in the flag on the 4-hour. Nothing really changed. We're still okay on the flag of the 4-hour. It's okay. I know it's messy. We got a lot here. Take away my moving averages to clear it up a little bit, and take away these, and you can kind of start to see what I'm talking about over here. And here's the short we went over. And see, like I drew this, but you can't see what I drew. It's just weird, man. Short has legs in the 1 hour to the upside, too. Probably just the resistance, though. Yeah, 15 minutes cooked. See, it's Sunday night into Monday, man. Heavy volatility. You got to expect the wackiest moves. Watch them wick us right back up. Just liquidating people. Go to BOOKMAP and see all the liquidations now. Look at that. Massive liquidations right there. 141,000. Blah. Don't long too early. You're going to get banged out. And we just said they're going to probably come lower into the liquidity zone. What happened? They went lower to the liquidity. Just like we said. Blah. 20,500. It happened right after we talked about it. It's like they were watching the channel like, all right, Lifer, we'll pull it down on you. Blang. You know? So, and there you have it. And there, it's probably going to use my older chart, right? Did it hold my new chart? Please say. It did. Kept my new chart. So PLC needs to hold, or we're likely coming down here to 18,900. That's your next node. You don't hold this node, you're dumping. Simple as that. Then you make a lower low, and this whole idea that I'm making is over with the trend. With the low, the higher high, the higher low, you know, you make a higher low, then we can still hold this idea. And we're still here in this wedge, despite the dump easy. 20,500 is okay right now. Extremely bent on the 4 hour, getting there on the 1 hour. 15 minute could flip the 1 hour, and the 7 minute has a little more room to come down. 5 does too. Interesting. I'd be watching the 15 minute for a reversal here. Shoulder head and shoulder dump though. And honestly, it had a bigger measured move. If you this through the neckline and you bring this here, 20,004, it says it should break it. V shall see. Getting the reversal now on the 7 minute with some divergence here. Some class C divergence. Swing down, but it's not as sharp here on the RSI. It goes down, but not as sharp as that. That's class C, bullish divergence. You can see a slight move, doesn't mean it's everything. All right. Wow. What a night. What a night. You never know what Bitcoin's going to do on a Sunday night. Look at 30 seconds. Looks funky right now. I know, right? A bull crouches down before attacking, and the bear stands up before the attack. Funny. Great call, Lifer. Shout out to Bearcat. BNAT. We're going to bang off that. Bang that val at 21 to the dot. Coming up on the 1 minute time frame. Looking at the 30 second. Looking funky. You guys are crazy. Sunday fun day. Bearish retest? Possible. No, we're still in the channel. I don't know about a bearish retest. Unless you see something I'm not looking at. Which is very possible. We love you, cryptolifer. Keep up the great work, my man. Shout out to Cambo's new Lambo. Man, I can't wait for you to get that new Lambo. Pick me up, dude. Pick me up. Super chats from MATIC. It's going to look just like BTC. But let's jump into it for you. And there's ES1. Look at that. And it's just looking ugly. But it is getting oversold in the 15. MATIC will also follow the S&P. That's just what's going to happen. Okay. So we recently traded MATIC to the upside. MATIC 3L recently. So look, we'll delete everything. Look. And we start off with the daily. You almost should look at MATIC on the Binance chart because it just has way more information. If you're looking for levels. Possible giant cup and handle as you see me got going on there. I'll even go to the weekly here. I mean, that's accumulation zone on the low. Didn't really make a higher high yet, though. So look at this. Like, I mean, that's a lot of movement on the weekly to not get a big move is what I'm saying. But RSI is low. Weekly's making a bottom. And we could chill down here for a while, you know. But there's your support at 36 cents. Here's heavy resistance at 171. Here's resistance at 77. Here's resistance at $1 and $1. And then this area here at about 209. All right, let's take a look. For MATIC. $886 retracement all the way to the bottom after the pump, all the way back up to 298, 299, $3 MATIC. Which one was going to go to $5 first, Cardano or MATIC? Neither, right? But that's the stuff we start saying in the bull run, right? It starts getting you hyped. It's almost like you want to record yourself in the bear market so you can remember what you were like, so you can be like, sell in the bull market, you fool, because you like don't know who you are in the bull market. Like everything changes, thousands of dollars getting thrown around, making money hand over fist all night long. It just feels like, oh, this is just easy, huh? You're in cake farms making $1,000 a day. You have no idea what you're doing. Insanity. I tell you what, man, I've been through so much with this crypto stuff. It's insane. So MATIC, can it break to the upside out of the bigger channel? Possible. Weekly has some moves. Take a look at our daily and our 3-day, which 3 days overbought, daily's overbought, and you didn't make a higher high. Just not a good sign. For my trading style, that's telling you you're going to dump. You got another measured move here back down. Hopefully it's just a double bottom. See that? Worst, best case scenario. Like 4 hour wants to loop on you. Let's see, that's what's funny. So the 4 hours got mixed signals compared to everything else. And you're kind of in this channel here. See it? That's a bull pennant in my humble opinion. So I wait for this to come and bounce right here. And then there's a chance. I would trade MATIC 3L once I see this is moving for me. 71% gains coming from MATIC. But the 1 hour is probably overbought and needs to curl down, which it is. So you put your alerts here and you put your alerts here and you don't touch it till MATIC comes and hits the alert section. All right. So watching MATIC on the 1 hour, putting alerts on it, and I'll put that to the trading group. Notice I'm not pumping a lot of charts out tonight. I don't pump out charts every single night. Watching MATIC on the 1 hour, waiting for an alert to hit. Or set, waiting for an alert to hit. And set alerts. If you're not setting alerts, you're going to have a hard time figuring out how to trade. I'm telling you right now. It's not going to be easy at all. At all. SuperChat's MATIC. DXY on the move back up. What's taking everyone so long to catch on to the Litecoin? It's way faster and way cheaper. Oh, come on, man. Are you serious? Litecoin, man. Stop with the Litecoin. It was the first coin I ever watched. I love Litecoin at $5. I talked about it all the time. Don't get me into Litecoin, man. They don't talk about it. They don't market it. There's no awesome developers behind it. Come on, bro. Like, don't even start. Like, there's way more people developing Cardano than Litecoin, BNB. Like, come on. Don't give me that Litecoin is the best stuff. Like, I heard it, and I ain't with it. I am not with it. Sorry, speak my language. Wow. USD and the New Zealand dollar getting smashed. WAXP is moving. My baby Wax, baby. Let's take a look at Wax. WAXP on KuCoin. Funny, I had in this giant, what do I got going on in this thing? I got in this giant like double bottom bowl thing going on, like accumulation time for WAXP, slowly. You're looking on like a smaller time frame, 1 hour. Look at that massive candle. Funny, had a massive green, massive red, massive green. Candle sandwich. So crazy. I guess I could kind of do something like that. WAXP. My brain's fried today. Some days your brain, like, I'll be honest, like, I gotta look like I'm the man every single day of my life, but like some days the brain is just fried, my man. Like, you know, like it's like I've been up all morning. Like I can only pull so much out to my brain. The smartest person in the world, brains get tired. Like, even if you're good at math, you'll be bad at math if you've been up all day. You get what I'm saying? Like, so Bitcoin dominance in a flag wants to pump back to the upside. Watch your altcoins. Not a good sign either if this pumps back to the upside on the 1 hour time frame. A little bit of relief rally for the alts, but right now it wants to pump back up. The dollar, look, recovered back up with a pump here. Trying to make a head and shoulder pattern though. I'm hoping the 4-hour at least takes a dump. I'm looking for the 4-hour to get this bearish divvy on and begin to fall. That's bearish divergence right there on the 4-hour. You're swinging up, but you're swinging down on the RSI. Let's get crushed by the top of this trend and come right back down here for the dollar on the 4-hour time frame. 4 hours still high though. How is this possible? Jesus. They're not like correlated. They're like correlated right now. The dollar and Bitcoin, which is strange. Tether dominance is not correlated to the dollar, which is weird. They should be the same, but right now Tether dominance wants to drop on the 4-hour, which would give Bitcoin a tiny relief rally, a tiny one. And then, but the daily for this looks unbelievable. Look, daily is about to explode. And if Tether dominance is about to move up, it means people are going to sell out of Bitcoin heavily. Heavily. That's not a good sign for Bitcoin. And remember, we juxtapose these two things. And it's about putting Tether dominance with Bitcoin dominance next to each other. Don't forget my special sauce. I have so much special sauce that sometimes I forget how much sauce I got. I'm dead serious. And I know it sounds pompous, but I'm being serious. Like, I do so many different things and play with so many charts that teach me so much. Look, when Bitcoin dominance is going to dump and Tether dominance wants to pump, it's likely you're going to get a dump. And Bitcoin's high on the daily, it's likely you're getting a dump for Bitcoin. I'd be careful right now. This is suggesting that Bitcoin's going to take a massive dump. It is. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed. We're going to get through the smaller time frames, and I'm open-minded. But be careful. Be careful for this overall idea. All right? Again, I do not overtrade Sunday night into Monday morning. One of the nights I usually take the night off. Get my mind ready for the week. Get myself positioned right. Get my allocations together. Look, and they just keep liquidating the next guy and the next guy and the next guy. Here we have less liquidations than before. 141, now you have 16 on a lower low. Usually tells you that you could get a reversal, but there's still a lot of liquidity down here. Looks like they grabbed it all, though. They grabbed it all. They got filled, and they had their fun. Now back to the possible sell wall here. 22,000, 21,005 area. 21,000 evens, This is BOOKMAP. There's a link to BOOKMAP in the description below. Only get it. You can only get the discounts through that link. This shows me where all the big orders are on the futures exchanges, showing me what's happening with the liquidity on Bitcoin. We just called that drop to 25. How? We saw the liquidity. That's where liquidity goes, baby. All right. So I don't want to see Tether dominance about to pump with Bitcoin dominance about to dump. It means people are going to run out of Bitcoin into Tether. Why would they do that? Well, Bitcoin's going to dump hard. The daily suggests that it will. The last time we saw this right here where Tether dominance was about to pump, right around here, and then Bitcoin dominance dumped. So as this pumped, Bitcoin dominance dumped. That was June 11th, and that's when Bitcoin took a nasty dump. So just be careful. All right. Yeah, we drew that cup and handle on Bitcoin, Danny, during the live. Looking at it, chance it could break us out. Anything is possible. 25 needs to hold. 20,500 must hold for Bitcoin. All right, everyone, I'm exhausted for the night. I need to rest my brain. I'm going to take the rest of the night off in the trading group. I'm going to wake up tomorrow right as rain at about 6 a.m., doing my updates, doing my things, going over the markets, assessing what's happening. I might still give out an altcoin setup or two, but I have to be honest, tonight I am exhausted and I need to rest my weary head and get myself ready for the week. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. And I don't like ever admitting when I'm tired, but today I'm tired. I really am. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. I'm going to give you updates every single day. We're going to go over coins every single day. We're going to find the money in the market every single day. You name it, I'm going to be there. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Crypto is life. Believe in yourself. Only you know how great you are. If you have a dream, if you have a plan, write it down, follow through. Put down the amount of money you want to make next year. You're going to do it. You're going to make that amount of money. I'm telling you right now. Change your life financially, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Get yourself where you need to be. I love you all. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow, or have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow on the live. I love you so much. Thank you so much for everything. I greatly appreciate each and every one of your time. Without your time, I'd have no show. Be safe. Have a good night. Thank you. Gratitude is attitude. I'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. as we start our week. Ready to kick butt again. Thank you so much for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. I love you all. Have a great night. I'm out.